The qualification session is at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca in Monterrey, USA. The wind speed is 6 km/h from the northeast. Ian Cole from Chile is second, driving a BMW M3. Vicente Paredes from Argentina is P5 on softs, driving a McLaren MP412C. Daniel De Jesus J12 is fifth on mediums, driving a McLaren MP412C. Fernando Mistro from Argentina is P9 on softs, driving a Ferrari 458. Fernando Mistro is up 13.61 in turn 4. Fernando Mistro is up 13.29 in Rahal Straight. Fernando Mistro is up 12.56 in turn 10. Rodrigo Angeloni is provisional pole with a 126.796. Fernando Mistro improved his second with a 127.388. 0.592 off pole. Ian Cole is P5, driving a M3. Fernando Mistro is second, up 0.12 on softs. Fernando Mistro is up 0.96 in Rahal Straight. Fernando Mistro is up 1.74 in turn 10. Fernando Mistro is provisional pole with a 125.497. Vicente Paredes in the corkscrew is third, up 1.35, driving a MP412C. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Daniel Moss is 6th up 0.53 on softs driving a McLaren MP412C. L997S from Brazil in turn 5 is 7th up 0.57 driving a BMW M3. Mauricio Gainza from Argentina is 8th up 1.52 driving a BMW Z4. Mauricio Gainza improved his P4 with a 129.111. 3.614 off pole. Ian Cole from Chile is 10th. Ian Cole improved his P8 with a 129.430. 3.933 off pole. Daniel Moss in turn 11 is 9th. Daniel Moss improved his P4 with a 128.055. 2.558 off pole. Player in rainy curve is P11 up 0.81 on softs driving a BMW M3. Is 11th with a 135.648. 10.151 off pole. Ariel 529F from Paraguay in turn 11 is P7 on mediums driving a McLaren MP412C. Ariel 529F improved his 6th with a 128.769. 3.272 off pole. Daniel Moss in rainy curve is 4th up 0.42 driving a MP412C. EDU3903 from Spain in Andretti Hairpin is 13th on supers driving a BMW M3. EDU3903 is up 27.47 in turn 5. EDU3903 is up 27.80 in the corkscrew. EDU3903 improved his P8 with a 129.232. 3.735 off pole. L997S from Brazil in turn 4 is P11 up 0.57. L997S is up 0.93 in Rahal straight. Remaining in the session. L997S is up 1.23 in turn 10. L997S improved is 7th with a 129.029. 3.532 off pole. FE22 from Argentina in turn 3 is 3rd up 0.23 driving a Mercedes SLS GT3. Ian pole in rainy curve is P11 up 0.27 driving AM3. Rodrigo Angeloni from Paraguay in Rahal Straight is 2nd up 0.10 on supers driving a Ferrari 458. Rodrigo Angeloni improved his P2 with a 126.132. 0.635 off pole. Fernando Mistro is first up 0.39. Fernando Mistro is provisional pole with a 125.220. Ariel 529F in the corkscrew is 6th up 0.15. Daniel DeJesus J12 is 13th up 1.25. Fernando Mistro in the corkscrew is first up 0.50. Vicente Morales is 10th up 2.20. Vicente Morales improved his P4 with a 127.295. 2.075 off pole. Jared K7 from Mexico in Rahal Straight is 6th up 0.63 driving a Mercedes SLS GT3. Improved his P5 with a 127.331. 2.111 off pole. EDU 3903 in turn 11 is 10. EDU 3903 improved his 6th with a 128.004. 2.784 off pole. FE22 in turn 11 is P3. L997S is 9. Five minutes remaining in the session. FE FE22 in turn 3 is third up 0.16. FE22 is up 0.02 in turn 6. Pole is 11 up 0.12 on supers. EDU 3903 in turn 3 is 6th up 0.10 driving AM3. EDU 3903 is up 0.98 in turn 6. EDU 3903 is up 0.99 in turn 10. EDU 3903 improved is third with a 126.984. 1.764 off pole. Ariel 529F from Paraguay in Andretti hairpin is 8th on softs. Mauricio Gainza in turn 10 is 10th up 0.13. Ian Cole in turn 5 is 11th up 0.30 on supers. Ariel 529F in Rahal Straight is P8 up 0.38. Ale 997S is 9th up 0.43. Ale 997S is up 0.32 in the corkscrew. Mauricio Gainza in the corkscrew is 10th up 0.15. Best lap is a 129.032. 3.812 off pole. Fernando Mistro in the corkscrew is first up 0.71. Fernando Mistro is provisional pole with a 124.608. Ale 997S in turn 3 is P9 up 0.41. EDU 3903 in the corkscrew is P3 up 0.38. Best lap is a 126.984. 2.376 off pole. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Rodrigo Angeloni in turn 5 is P2 up 0.29. Rodrigo Angeloni is up 0.15 in the corkscrew. Rodrigo Angeloni improved his P2 with a 126.010, 1.402 off pole. Cardinal from Italy is 15th, driving a Mercedes SLS GT3. Ariel 529F from Paraguay in Andretti hairpin is 8th. Ariel 529F is up 0.49 in turn 5. Ariel 529F is up 0.76 in the corkscrew. Ariel 529F improved his 7th with a 127.372, 2.764 off pole. The race session is at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca in Monterey, USA. The wind speed is 9 km/h from the north-northeast. Fernando Mastro is first. Rodrigo Angeloni from Paraguay is second on mediums, driving a Ferrari 458. EDU 3903 from Spain is P3 on mediums, driving a BMW M3. FEFE22 from Argentina is P4, driving a Mercedes SLS GT3. Vicente Barelas from Argentina is 5th on mediums, driving a McLaren MP412C. Jared K7 from Mexico is 6th, driving a Mercedes SLS GT3. Ariel 529F from Paraguay is 7th on softs, driving a McLaren MP412C. Daniel Moss is 8th on mediums, driving a McLaren MP412C. L997S from Brazil is 9th on softs, driving a BMW M3. Mauricio Gainza from Argentina is P10 on softs, driving a BMW Z4. Ian Cole from Chile is 11th on softs, driving a BMW M3. Partel from Italy is P12 on softs driving a Mercedes SLS GT3. Krupabak 10 is P13 on softs driving a McLaren MP412C. Juan Bonato entering the pits is P19. Partel entering the pits is 15. 30 minutes remaining in the session race start. Fernando Mistro is P1. EDU 3903 and Andretti Hairpin is P2. Santiago from Argentina in turn 3 is P8 on mediums driving a BMW Z4. Jared K7 in turn 5 is 7th on mediums. Santiago in Rahal Straight is P6. Movie 96 entering the pits is 14. East Santiago past L997S for P5. Jared K7 in Rainy Curve is P7. Jared K7 lost P9 to Ian Cole. L997S in turn 11 is P6. Ariel 529F in turn 11 is 12. Will be 96 exiting pits on mediums. Mauricio Gainza from Argentina is P7, 0.5 behind L997S. L997S is 7th driving AM3. L997S lost P7 to Ian Cole. Jared K7 in Rahal Straight is 9, 0.1 behind L997S. Jared K7 lost 9th to Krupabak 10. Ian Cole is P7. Ian Cole lost 9th to Jared K7. Mauricio Gainza entering the pits is 5th. Mauricio Gainza on lap 2 is P5, 0.1 behind L997S. Rodrigo Angeloni from Paraguay in turn 3 is P2, 2.6 behind Fernando Mistro. Cuba 24990 entering the pits is P14. Daniel Moss in turn 3 is P5 on mediums, 0.5 behind L997S. L997S was 1.5 faster last lap. Cuba 24990 exiting pits on mediums. Aerial 529F is P10. Best lap is a 128.843. 3.052 off the fastest lap. FE22 exiting pits on hards. Mauricio Gainza exiting pits. Ian Cole in Rahal Straight on lap 3 is 8th, 0.5 behind Krupabak 10. Aerial 529F is P10, 0.5 behind Vicente Morales. K7 is 6th, 0.2 behind Daniel Moss. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Daniel Moss is 6th, 0.1 behind Jared K7. Daniel Moss passed Jared K7 for P5. Jared K7 in turn 4 is 6th, driving a SLS, 0.3 behind Babak 10. Jared K7 passed Babak 10 for P5. Babak 10 is 6th, driving an MP412C, 0.3 behind Jared K7. Jared K7 was 3.3 faster last lap. Vicente Bareilles from Argentina in Rahal Straight is 8th, 0.4 behind Ian Cole. Daniel Moss is P9, 0.5 behind Ian Cole. Ian Cole was 0.7 faster last lap. Daniel Moss passed Ian Cole for 8th. Will be 96 entering the pits is P13. Babak 10 is P8. Babak 10 lost 8th to Ian Cole. Vicente Bareilles in Andretti hairpin is 6th, driving a McLaren MP412C, 0.2 behind Jared K7. Babak 10 is 9th, driving a McLaren MP412C, 0.4 behind Ian Cole. Ian Cole was 1.7 faster last lap. Babak 10 is now P8. Vicente Bareilles is 6th. Best lap is a 129.272. 4.340 off the fastest lap. Will be 96 exiting pits on mediums. Vicente Bareilles passed Jared K7 for 5th. Jared K7 is 6th. Best lap is a 129.655. 4.723 off the fastest lap. Jared K7 is now 5th. Daniel Moss is 6th. 0.2 behind Jared K7. Vicente Bareilles is P7 on mediums, 3.1 behind Daniel Moss. Daniel Moss in Rahal Straight is P6, 0.1 behind Jared K7. Mauricio Gainza is P12, 1.0 behind Babak 10. Ariel 529F in Andretti hairpin is 8th driving a MP412C, 0.7 behind Vicente Morales. Ariel 529F was 6.2 faster last lap. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Daniel Moss in turn 5 is 6th driving a McLaren MP412C, 2.5 behind Jarden K7. Jarden K7 was 1.7 faster last lap. Mauricio Gainza in Andretti hairpin is 12. Best lap is a 129.856. 4.950 off the fastest lap. Mauricio Gainza passed Babak 10 for 11th. Vicente Morales is 7th. Fernando Mistro from Argentina in the corkscrew is first on softs driving a Ferrari 458. Best lap is a 124.906. East Santiago in rainy curve is third, 0.4 behind Rodrigo Angeloni. L997S in rainy curve is 4th. Babak 10 entering the pits is P11. Santiago in turn 5 is P3. Best lap is a 125.124. 0.218 off the fastest lap. Ian Cole entering the pits is P8. Ian Cole is P8. Fernando Mistro is P1. Santiago in turn 10 is P3, 0.4 behind Rodrigo Angeloni. Rule V96 entering the pits is 13. Tyzyrex 04 entering the pits is P14. East Santiago passed Rodrigo Angeloni for P2 for Babak 10 exiting pits on softs. Rodrigo Angeloni in Andretti hairpin is P3 driving a 458. 0.4 behind East Santiago. Tyzyrex 04 exiting pits on mediums. Ian Cole is P10. Rule V96 exiting pits on mediums. Ian Cole exiting pits on softs. Lost P10 to Babak 10. Rodrigo Angeloni is P3, 1.4 behind East Santiago. Babak 10 in turn 11 is 10th. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Irex 04 is 14. East Santiago is second. Vicente Morales in turn 4 is 7. Back 10 is P10 driving a MP412C. Fernando Mistro is first. Jarden K7 on lap 11 is P5, 2.4 ahead of Ariel 529F. Ariel 529F is P5. Ariel 529F passed East Santiago for P4. Back 10 is 10th on softs. Back 10 exiting pits on softs. Fernando Mistro exiting pits on softs. Jarden K7 is 8th. Jarden K7 exiting pits on softs. Jarden K7 passed East Santiago for 7th. Rodrigo Angeloni is P2. Rodrigo Angeloni exiting pits on mediums. Fernando Mistro exiting pits on softs. Rodrigo Angeloni passed Fernando Mistro for first. L997S is third. Rodrigo Angeloni is first, 3.9 ahead of Fernando Mistro. Rodrigo Angeloni was 14.7 faster last lap. Ariel 529F entering the pits is 4th. Vicente Morales entering the pits is 5th. Ariel 529F is P4. Back 10 entering the pits is P10. L997S exiting pits on softs. Rodrigo Angeloni is first. Wolvie 96 entering the pits is 13. Vicente Morales from Argentina is P6. Vicente Morales exiting pits. Ariel 529F exiting pits. Wolvie 96 exiting pits on mediums. Ian Pole is P10. Back 10 exiting pits. Wolvie 96 is P13 on mediums driving a BMW M3. Back 10 entering the pits is P10. Wolvie 96 is now P12. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Tyzyrex 04 entering the pits is P14. Fernando Mistro from Argentina in the corkscrew is P2, 1.0 behind Rodrigo Angeloni. K7 in turn 3 is 5th. Fernando Mistro from Argentina is P2, 0.4 behind Rodrigo Angeloni. Fernando Mistro was 2.2 faster last lap. Ariel 529F is 8, 0.2 behind Mauricio Gainza. Mauricio Gainza was 1.7 faster last lap. Fernando Mistro in turn 6 is second, 0.5 behind Rodrigo Angeloni. Fernando Mistro passed Rodrigo Angeloni for first. Mauricio Gainza is 8th, 0.6 behind Ariel 529F. FE22 in turn 6 on lap 15 is P4 on hards, 0.5 behind L997S. Tyzyrex 04 exiting pits on hards. L997S in the corkscrew is P4 driving AM3, 0.8 behind FE22. FE22 was 1.2 faster last lap. Juan Bonato exiting pits on mediums. Mauricio Gainza in Rahal straight is P8, 1.3 behind Ariel 529F. FE22 is P3. Best lap is a 127.480. 2.574 off the fastest lap. Rule V96 in turn 11 is 11th on mediums. Juan Bonato entering the pits is 14. Vicente Barelas in turn 6 is P6. Best lap is a 126.947. 2.041 off the fastest lap. Vicente Barelas lost 6th to Ariel 529F. Ian Cole in the corkscrew on lap 14 is 9th. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Vicente Varelis is P8, 1.3 behind Mauricio Gainza. Vicente Varelis was 2.5 faster last lap. Ian Cole entering the pits is 9. Ian Cole is P9. Juan Bonado exiting pits on mediums. Fernando Mistro in turn 4 is first. Ariel 529F in Real Straight is P6. Ian Cole exiting pits on softs. L997S in turn 4 is P4. Juan Bonado entering the pits is P14. Jared K7 in turn 6 is P5 on softs. Fernando Mistro in rainy curve is P1. Rodrigo Angeloni in rainy curve is P2. Ariel 529F is 6th. Ariel 529F lost P6 to Vicente Varelis. Ariel 529F lost 7th to Mauricio Gainza. Movie 96 in Andretti Hairpin is P10 driving a BMW M3. Ian Pole in Andretti Hairpin is P9. Ariel 529F entering the pits is P6. Mauricio Gainza entering the pits is P8. Tyzyrex 04 entering the pits is P12. Ariel 529F is P7. Ariel 529F exiting pits. Ariel 529F lost 7th to Mauricio Gainza. Ian Cole entering the pits is P9. Juan Bonato entering the pits is P14. Rulby 96 entering the pits is 10. Mauricio Gainza is 7th. Mauricio Gainza exiting pits. Tyzyrex 04 exiting pits on hards. Jared K7 is 5th driving an SLS GT3. L997S from Brazil in turn 5 is 4th. FE22 on lap 21 is P3. Just finished the race. Fernando Mastro finished first. Vicente Morales is P6. Vicente Morales finished P6. Rodrigo Angeloni finished 2nd. Ariel 529F finished 8th. FE22 is 3rd. FE22 finished 3rd. L997S finished P4. Jared K7 finished P5. Mauricio Gainza finished 7th.